Hi everyone, today I am going to show you how to display the Singapore dollar equivalent amount on your invoices in Xero, even though your base currency, your reporting currency, and also invoices are set to US dollar. As a Singapore-based company using Xero, you might have encountered this scenario before. You issue an invoice in US dollar, but you would like to have Xero to automatically show the SGD equivalent amount on the invoices as well for GST purposes. In this tutorial, I will walk you through a simple workaround using Xero's custom invoice templates. We will go step by step and I will be explaining the logic behind this workaround. So let's get started. Okay, so this is what the end result will look like. Say for example, the scenario is like my company is called ABC Company, so it is a US dollar based currency Xero subscription. And now I have just issued 001 invoice to my client, to Marvel Studio. So what I'm charging them is for the consultancy services that I provide to them, and the price is 500 US dollar. So that's why you see the currency in this invoice is in US dollar. So of course, because I am a Singapore company, I have to comply for the compliance, so I have to charge my client for 9% tax. So in total, it is 500 for the consultancy services, plus that will be a $45 for the 9% GST. And I am charging for Marvel Studio for my consultancy services is 545 US dollars. And now, because I need to submit the GST form, so right now I would like to convert the invoice amount from US dollar into Singapore dollars amount so that I can make clear reference in my GST reporting, so that I can make sure that I am filing the correct amount in SGD. So if I'm scrolling down to the bottom part in the invoice, you will see there is a table popping up in the invoice. So it is stated as for GST reporting purposes, and then this amount here are being converted from the US dollar. The US dollar and SGD rate is around 1.4, so that you can see the subtotal, it is actually 700. So if I divide it by 1.4, it is going to be $500. And same apply for the 9% GST and also total as well. So end up, the result is like $544 invoices in total, including the 9% tax. So the total is 763 SG dollars. So I am going to show you how to apply this solution into Xero. So first, you can go to the settings in the Xero subscription, just clicking on the top left, your company name, and then settings. And after that, you go to the invoice settings. And now you can click on new branding theme, and you see there is a down arrow. Click on that, and then to select custom.docx template. So in this template, it allows you to have more customization through making some adjustment of the invoice template in Microsoft Word. So now I'm just going to add a new custom.docx template. Let me just name it as GST. And now you can see there is an invoice template called GST has been created. And down below, you see there are a couple of templates that you can make customization to. Say invoices, credit note, statement, purchase order, and quotation. So you might wonder how it works. In order to get the template itself, you can click on download button, and it will download a zip file in your computer. So you are going to unzip those files and then to make adjustment in the Word file. And after you have made the adjustment, save on that Word file and upload back into Xero. So in Xero Asia team, that we have actually created an example file for your reference. If you are new to customizing Xero template, especially the custom.docx template, I would recommend you to take on advisor certification course in Xero Central, as well as take a look on the tutorial article on that platform. It will help you to improve your skill set and your understanding in terms of customizing the invoice template in Xero. For the sake of time and efficiency, the Xero Asia team has actually prepared for this example file for you to use. If you would like to request this file, feel free to reach out to your account manager and the partner consultant that you're working closely with. So if you see the box here down below at the bottom part in the invoice, and you see where the solution kicks in. Don't worry if you see the error message on different area in this table. If you click on that and right click so that there is an option called toggle view codes. If I'm doing that for all three of them, you see that it's actually a formula that has been set up in this template. So let's say, for example, the average exchange rate for Singapore dollar versus US dollars is around 1.4. So now that I would like to convert the amount equivalent to SGD, so what I need to do is basically to get the subtotal amount and then times 1.4. And same for tax total and also invoice total. So that's the logic behind it. So we're just simply adding the formula for the merge view so that it can help us to automatically convert the number in the weight that we want. So once that you got the file, and you might wonder how to upload it in Xero and to apply to your invoices, I'm just going to show you it right now. So I'm switching my screen back to Xero. Remember, we have just set up this GST invoice template. So what I need to do is click on Upload and browse File for the invoice. So now that I can upload this invoice template file and upload it. Alright, so the invoice template has been uploaded to this GST branding theme. And now let me go to the business invoice and to click on the invoice itself. So I am going to click on the three dots on the right and edit, and then I can change the invoice templates, aka the branding theme, from testing to GST, so that I can make sure the templates that I have just worked on will be applied in this invoice. So I'm just going to click update. And now let me just generate a PDF file and see how it goes. So now you can see the same amount in US dollar, but then it will be times 1.4 so that it can be equivalent to the Singapore dollars. So one limitation for this workaround is the exchange rate, because this is all hard-coded in the work file. So that means that it cannot be updated based on the market rate from time to time. So if you need to change the rate, it can show the most updated rate and also most updated equivalent amount in SGD following the market rate. You have to go back to this work file so that you can hard code and override the exchange rate itself. So this is a limitation for this solution. But if the rate does not change very often, so I think you can still benefit from this workaround, at least that you have the references compared to the equivalent amount and also with the original amount. If you have any foreign currency invoices, but then you have to get the figures in SGD so that you can fulfill for the GST reporting purpose. So I hope that it helps. Please let us know if you have any more further questions. Thank you.